I don't know how you see Chairman Wontumi'S arrest, but I see it as a revolution in Ghana's politics. Don't get me wrong. I'll tell you why his arrest will automatically fix several errors in our political landscape and why you should be happy that he has been arrested.
He's about to go now.
When we look at Burkina Faso, what is going on there? The revolution, as far as Ibrahim Traore is concerned, it is very beautiful. At least we know they have got to a turning point, a point in their lives where things are turning for the greater good. We have also been yearning for the same thing, that at least since independence, we have been doing the same thing over and over again without any results. In fact, prior to the 2024 election, a whole lot of people were backing the new force just because we want a new force, or we wanted a third party who can at least give us the necessary, things that we have been craving for all these years. And that is the more reason why at this point, I feel like we just needed a blip. We needed somebody who has the balls to call for a certain, orders, to make a certain arrest, to insist on certain things that can change the narrative and change the status quo. Put out all the political lens and all that, and let's have an honest assessment and an honest review, an honest conversation as far as government in Ghana and the governance condition in Ghana is concerned. You see, because of how our politics has been, because of how we have been living our lives, and because of how our leadership shifts has always been, nobody actually gives a damn as to whether anybody is looking at what he or she is doing, as far as the person gets any political appointment. So that gives room for pomposity and pride. That has always been giving rooms for people in politics to look down on the average Ghanaian and also to look down on even Ghanaians as a whole. And that is the more reason why you will see people like Chairman Wontumi brandishing gold on live TV.
When your friend of gold, what I say, and I say solid money. What I say, says can I know, a liquid.
Yeah.
What I say, a liquid. Mammy fat to say now. What me Mammy fat to say no what me.
If it's all,
me the big woman.
sir,
I'm the big woman. I'm what me. Wait, what I say, solid money. Mammy Fabio Munchero. What I say, solid.
Yeah,
What I say.
You see, somebody may ask and somebody may say that it is okay because it belongs to him. And so if it is his, he has every right to brandish it. Sometimes, as somebody who has his government in power, somebody who is so loud in active politics, some of these things, you don't do them because you give chances for people to level several charges and allegations against you. Wontumi became a target right from the time that he brandished this gold on TV. This was when he became a target, and if you want anybody to use as a scapegoat, it should be somebody who is a big wing in the party. So yes, I'm not saying it is a witch hunt, but at some point in time, some way, somehow, somebody needs to be arrested. So when Mahama assumed office, the pressure that has been on Chairman Wontumi, it has been consistent, and that is the more reason why Wontumi granted interview and nearly cried on TV.
Minya Ghana need you. Because they said the one we never be president in T. Minya Ghana need you. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. And before you know Musorio. And before you know Musorio. I am Munti and Mahama MC. And before I am Munti and Mahama MC. This vice president da. Me madam board soda. Me my CEO da. Me my minister da. I chairman na media. And I want to make campaign in mammy. I'm my campaign in mammy party. And I'm a year Juma. Sadia, I will say more also with the mammy. No, my ya wene ono wa wene ye Mahama one president of Ghana enti no so anso 2013 mu ya saba be bu madwuma mu bu madwuma ene ade ye nyina no ya baaye no ma ka bibia ade bia wo say bia bida ma ne kai mu baaye ma topi madwuma nyina ma count mpa bididi ye wo so no me ma count kra bididi ye wo so no se betua me ma school fees kra pa ye den. What you say? Muslimu de monsa to my account so and you know na sabe me sika bay na befa me ho abai sika bay and na befa won't be what.
So this is Wontumi. Now so calm, so sober. Now agreeing to the fact that power, they said power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. Now he has come to realization that he needs Ghanaians. Now, all of a sudden, Wontumi knows that Ghanaians, the voice of Ghanaians, is so powerful. Wontumi belongs to NPP, and that is the more reason why we saw several NPP sympathizers and NPP leaders, at Yoko office. Some of the MPs, some of the minority in parliament, and as well as, some leaders in the NPP party were seen sitting on the floor, staging a kind of protest, like a sit-down protest, in front of Yoko. And all these tells you that, look, yes, he belongs to a party. So at some point in time, somebody somewhere has to just, come in. They have to do what they can do to at least massage the situation to see whether something can come out of what they are doing. Now, there was this woman, and there were some people who were trying to blame the NPPs who were not there.
You have the guns. If you have the gun, you need to know how to manage the trap. Is it that we are in a position so everybody can treat us the way they want? I don't blame the police now. I blame the Ashanti region. Because if the Ashanti region, if every constituency chairman organizes their people and come in here, they will come and take their chairman away. Look at us. We are here. We've been here for the past 3 days. From Yoko, they bring us here. We move from one angle to the other. I don't think we are being treated fair. And I know the president is looking at us. We never treated them this way. The right thing should be done at the right time.
Are you okay though after that episode?
Some of the NPP, leaders, some of the chairmen even said that he doesn't agree with the people that are saying that everybody should just come in and support the protest.
Party move just come out 1,000 I you number sika and penny for defa you it's party for sorry party ni benefit sorry me ko just ko je besia akoya dwuma oba na me ko ka say me regional festival na former chairman there is a party ni begina machi obi a what disika wa ben one for papa be then this for antimi anche wo mo a na je sabi yo dokuna o me yankwasiafo me na me ka kiro so I abrante case ya abaya ya kwachina ya invite na doji ni ebechewa yes MPP for sorry I'll put up abrante be ultimi me say the case is called the me akra make kabia kan.
So at this point it looks as if the NPP as a party, it is divided. Some people are backing the whole protest that Chairman Wontumi ought to be released. Whereas other people also believe that, look, what the NDC and Mahama is doing, it is right. Chairman Wontumi has to make accounts. He has to be accountable to the people of Ghana. Well, according to the lawyer of Chairman Wontumi, he's saying that he is doing everything possible for his clients to be released. Now, he knows that there are laid down process. There is a process where he has to follow, or there is a laid down sequence which he ought to follow for Chairman Wontumi to be released. And so he is not focused and he is not joining the theatrics. In fact, pay attention to this word, the theatrics with regards to Chairman Wontumi and all the release shenanigans. So according to Chairman Wontumi'S lawyer, he's saying that what Afenyo Markins and Co are doing, they are all political gimmicks. They are all political theatrics. But the exact thing that is supposed to be done, is what he is looking at.
From Alexander Fenyo Markin, they said they went to NIB. The client is not there. Where is he?
See, there is a way of doing everything. If you use the way to do it, you will do it as expected. So you don't start throwing stones when you want to enter the house. This is, what is the time? This is 8 o'clock. But we've gotten public officers still stay here and wait for us. It depends on how you conduct the business. So we have been seen by the public officers. We've done what is dutifully our job to do. We've finished. We encountered some difficulty which will be sorted out on Monday. Then we will have a fresh slate to operate. We will work towards the desired results. I beg you, all of you, I will stay out of the politics and the theater, and I'll do the work within the law.
So if you should listen to this man, does it mean Afenyo Markin and the minority, they are overdoing things as far as Chairman Wontumi'S arrest is concerned? Are they trying to, find a way to score a political point and gain some kind of, like, as a humor broby, you understand? They want Ghanaians to feel some kind of sympathy for them. And so they are using Wontumi'S issue. They want it to look like Wontumi is a victim. Well, according to the lawyer, they are doing what they can do best for Chairman Wontumi to be released. But I think the problem as it stands now has been the bail conditions. Because as it stands now, the bail condition is 50 million Ghana cedis, which in the old currency is somewhere around 500 billion. And you see, what makes this whole thing complicated is the fact that the property that we are talking about here, in as much as it is supposed to worth 500 billion old currency and even beyond, the document should be legit. And so at this point in time, a lot of people are complaining about the whole bail conditions.
10 billion now more canon. 500 billion. The 500 yeah, you're MPC, you're told me now. You're being a canon. MPC at it, you're told more. You're being a canon. Would you mean that this your penny? You're told more. Or being a canon. I did your Mahama in Ibrahim. I'm going to was a canon. What you say? It is a say I could to send to Mahama. And then in Ibrahim was said, one first as canon, near to me, you would to me. Aside that, yeah, today. I around 7 o'clock. The better and said they are from her.
And aside some of these leaders, even Bawumia, former vice president of the Republic of Ghana, complained that look, the bail condition is too harsh and it is too much. There's no way they can meet it.
I must record that the bail conditions that have been set for Chairman Wontumi 50 million Ghana is very onerous. I don't know how many people in Ghana can have property with 50 million Ghana cedis. I believe that this was just set to prevent release. We are going to follow the due process, the legal process, to make sure that he's released as soon as possible.
Yes, and so according to Bawumia and some of the NPP leaders, they see or they feel that, Mahama and Yoko, they are using these bail conditions to keep Chairman Wontumi in custody. And they feel like they are punishing Chairman Wontumi with that huge bail conditions, knowing very well that little people or not many of the people in Ghana can meet that standard or that bail conditions. As it stands now, it is not as if NPP they can't have anybody in NPP that can give that amount. Look, I tell you, there are several people in NPP that can give you the 50 million Ghana cedis as it stands now. But the problem is, the moment you stick out your neck to give that amount, the NDC will come for you. The Yoko will come for you. they will begin to question the source of your words. And how come you had that amount? And so if you are somebody who can give that amount, then you should make sure, say, you are okay. You are clean. And there is nothing they can get from you. If you have doubts in how you acquired your property and your wealth, then get somewhere to sleep. Because the next thing you help in Wontumi getting out of, in granting the bail to Wontumi, you are going to be the next person in line. Now, according to the lawyer, they have now been able to secure that kind of assets, and that assets worth over even 15 million Ghana cedi, kind courtesy of Brian Echampong. So the lawyer is saying that Brian Echampong has helped in securing the bail conditions, and as it stands now, they've met the whole requirements, but it left with certain technicalities which they are going to look at on Monday.
We have been able to provide the sureties. That one I can assure you. And I'm very grateful to Honorable Brian Echampong, who has supported me to file the documents. He has brought his documents to which goes over and above the value of money that is required. So I thank him very much.
So that means your client is going home tonight?
Oh, well, obviously no.
So when?
I told you that we encountered a challenge. The challenge that needs to be addressed before we can go forward. In fact, they had agreed to do the inspection tonight. So all the officers are there. But the challenge that I faced is legal. We can't do it because, but I'm grateful to them. They agreed to wait for us to bring the documents for them to go inspect the properties. But we have a legal challenge. Unknown to me, there was an application to frustrate what we are doing. So we will deal with it on Monday.
So yes, if you should look at all these things, look, I think this is the point where we needed to get to. Because I tell you, we all see NDC and MPP as one people. How many times have we not seen an incoming president vowing to, go for all the people that have looted resources from this country? There have been several cases, several instances where an incoming president, in fact, what didn't Akufo-Addo say? Akufo-Addo even said that when he come in as a president, he's going to imprison a whole lot of people who have looted and who have shared the resources of this country in Mohammed's administration. But what did we see? It was then that Akufo-Addo made sure that the office of the special prosecutor will be active. But even that, after passing the whole thing that made the office of the special prosecutor very active, and even appointing Martin Amidu as the special prosecutor, whereas everybody knew that Martin Amidu is a no-nonsense man, what happened? What did we see? Nothing. So it looked as if they were all, one way or the other, they are each other's keeper. So nobody even believed it when Mahama said he was going to reset the country. In fact, I'm very, very happy. I'm super excited to see some of these things happening because I know that the NPPs that we are seeing today, they are never going to forget this thing.
The young guys in MPP, there is no way NDC for that. Yes, the Omoyano, the best place out. They say the young guys in NDC, the young NDC appointees, they will pay for Niyama from Dramani Mahama on the MPP.
And as they are not going to forget this, it looks as if the vengeance is on. And if the vengeance is on, the rage is on. And the fact that there is rage and there is vengeance, it will prompt the certain president, it will prompt the whole ministers of state now to do the needful, because now you know that what you've done to Wontumi can be done to you, and even yours could be worse. So from now, everybody is sitting on a time bomb as far as Mohammed's administration is concerned. If you are Sami Demfi, you know that once you mess up, you are going to be paid. You are going to pay dearly. Now, if you know that you are Haruna Idrusu, if you mess up in the educational sector, you are going to pay dearly. If you find yourself in Mohammed's administration, look, the moment you mess up, look, you are dead and gone, because the next NPP administration will never forgive. That is what you want. The fact that, you see, if they are doing something and they just have that kind of feeling that, look, somebody somewhere wants them to fail, and the moment they fail, they are going to be imprisoned, they are going to be disgraced, they are going to do the needful. And at this point, anybody in Mohammed's administration will use this as a case study, will use this as an opportunity to do the needful, to do what is right by the people, because they know that power is not going to be on their side forever. Some way, somehow, one day it is going to turn. And when the table turns, it might be them facing what Wontumi is facing now. And maybe they might even face what is worse, because a hungry man is an angry man. And at this point in time, no, apart from NPP going to be in opposition for so long a time that they are going to be super hungry, they also have this Wontumi issue as a precedence, which they can use to just rage several things against the individuals who may do, wrong by the people. I tell you, whatever that is happening to Wontumi as it stands now, no, although I am human, I'm not happy that he's going through all those things, I'm happy as a Ghanaian that it might change the status quo. It might change how NPP and NDC do the politics in this country. And as it stands now I believe that even if NPP is voted into power in the next 4 years, they are not going to go the same way they have been going over and over again. Now they are going to change their mindsets, because they know that somebody is watching. And once they loot, they can be imprisoned and they can face the penalty for their actions. Do you think that this will create a new shift in our political landscape? Let me know what you think. But I believe that as far as Ghana's politics is concerned, Chairman Wontumi'S arrest is a major blip that was needed for a political revolution in Ghana. Let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Wontumi'S Dynamic, and this is What's Up Today. Please do well to subscribe to the channel for us, and also give us a like. That is going to go a long way to help us. This is Dynamic TV Plus, and this is What's Up Today. See you in the next one. I'm out.
Family 3940 here. Guess what? You are watching Dynamic TV Plus. Keep on watching, subscribe, share, then leave your comments. One time, big love.